Everyone, Connor Shelton here from Remax Real Estate Kamloops, coming at you with another Car Rides with Connor. Obviously, we're not in my car right now. This week, I wanted to go more in depth with you about the stats and what's going on in the Kamloops real estate market. Getting into the market, I always get asked, is it a seller's market, is it a balanced market, is it a buyer's market? Right now, we are definitely still in a balanced market. We have 6 months of inventory. I'll place a graph here below. You can see that Kamloops is always, in the last year or so here, we've been in the balanced market. We've kind of almost touched the buyer's market edge, and then we've just in the last November, December here, we almost went into more of a seller's market. So months of inventory gauges how the amount of new listings we have. How long would it take for us at the current rate of sales to sell all those listings? And that just gives us a gauge of how hot the market is, whether sellers are controlling it or whether buyers are controlling it, and whether the firm terms are more favorable to one side or the other. So the median sale price has maintained month to month from January 2016 to February 2016. We've seen it stay stable at $378,000. What we've seen though is year to year, February 2015 it was $366,500. This February 2016 it has jumped up to $378,000. Great increase. That's a 3% increase. Hopefully we keep on seeing increases month to month and the median sale price rising. Our next graph here is just the number of sales in each price range. You can see right now that it's $280,000 to basically $320,000 are our most active price range, and basically anything between that $280 and that $400 is a really active price range in Kamloops, and always a hot market. Next graph here is our residential sales. So on the left axis you can see these are our unit sales. So the line represents the amount of units sold per year, and the blue bar represents the average sale price. So we can see we've had more units sold, and we've also had an increase in the average sale price. It's interesting to see this next graph here. So the last graph was all residential sales. So the next graph is townhouse sales. So it's interesting to see that we had very strong in the early 2010, 2011, very strong sales in the townhouse sector. In 2014, we, for some reason, and it's hard to say why, we saw a decrease in the amount of units sold, but we still maintained the average sale price. Sorry guys if I'm just looking at the graphs here, but I'm trying to look at you and tell everything that's going on, give you a clear picture of what's going on in the market. So yeah, in 2014, we sold 30 units less than in 2015. So you can see the amount of unit sales and the average sale price isn't dependent on how many units are sold. We can see that the sales price still maintains even though we sell less units. So then we'll jump over to apartments, and you can see this fluctuates as well. What's really interesting, I think, to see is in 2010, we actually had a higher average sale price than we do now. The average sale price for apartment in 2015 was around $185,000, $187,000 in that price range, where in 2010 we were seeing kind of around $220,000. So obviously a much higher price, and it's hard to kind of pinpoint where this is coming from. That's when Thalassa was kind of ending, so we probably saw a boost in sales from there. There's not a ton of new apartments being built in Kamloops. We are seeing people in Kamloops like more townhouses or houses with property and recreation, and that's my opinion though. So send me your comments. I'd love to hear from anyone. Next we have our manufactured sales. So again, here you can see the line is again indicating how many units are sold. So for manufactured homes, we've seen it fluctuate a bit, and we've also seen the price fluctuate. So, and I think that's just because there's such a wide range of product available in that market, and they range from anything from $50,000 to $100,000, $200,000, and we have to remember those are depreciating. So that's what I really think is because mobiles are seen as a depreciating asset. I think that's why we see such a fluctuation in price. Because people can renovate them and sell them for more, and that's my view on it. Any comments again on that? I'd love to hear from you. Next, we're going to jump in here to see our amount of new listings. So we had 23% new listings on the market month to month. So January 2016 we had 343. In February 2016 we have 422. So more listings on the market means more competition if you're trying to sell your house. So again, this is why you need to be competitive about pricing and really think about, what am I pricing my home at, and is this the best strategy to get my home sold. And again, year to year we can see that we're actually listing more homes this year compared to last year. 2.6% more have been listed in February 2016 than were listed in February 2015. Overall though, the amount of listings on the market is down, and I think it's important to note that. Then our next graph we have here is our odds of selling, and so we have a graph, and then I have some information below here. So this is really important to look at. Blue bar represents the number of units sold, blue bar represents the number of units listed. Red bar is the number of units sold. So you can see here there really is only a small percentage of houses that actually sell on the market, and this is again why it's really important to focus on your listing price, focus on the realtor that's going to give you the best idea of the market and is going to get your home sold. Because basically by this graph, in February 2016, you basically had a 12.63 percentage a chance at selling your house. Everything else remained on the market. And in January it was even lower. That was at 9.4%. So basically what we take here is the amount of new units listed, the amount of sales in that month, and that gives us basically your odds of selling. Year to year, we're up in your odds to selling. So in February 2016, again, it was 12.63%. So we are seeing that the odds of selling are increasing because the amount of new listings are decreasing and the amount of sales are increasing. So principle of supply and demand, we should be seeing prices rise. I hope you guys found this information valuable, and if you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. You can message me at cshelton@remax.net, or you can give me a phone call at 1-250-377-5186. Again, this is Connor Shelton from Remax. Process, results, value, sell with Shelton.